walk into a supplement store for the first time, you're greeted by the employee, and now you have been visually overstimulated by the columns of supplements. One question leads to the next, and to the next, and before you know it, you may become overwhelmed. Most of the time, you leave with things that you didn't need, and sometimes with things that you didn't even want. Today, I'm going to be explaining the basics about nutrition, specifically the fundamentals. This video is geared to those who have a basic understanding of nutrition and hope to further their own knowledge. So let's start with the basics. Most individuals know what a calorie is. If you don't, it's basically a measurement of the energy content within food that our bodies can use or store. And when you look at the back label of food, you can see a list of components. The most notable or often referenced are the carbs, protein, and fats. Carbs and protein have 4 calories per gram, and fat has around 9 calories per gram. One more category that is often omitted or purposely forgotten is alcohol. Alcohol has roughly 8 calories per gram and is the reason why even most light alcoholic beverages can still have more than 100 calories per can or bottle. Now, depending on the types of foods, they will lean heavily towards a specific macronutrient. In general, animal products tend to be high in protein or fats, and plant-based products tend to be high in carbohydrates. Now let's take a step back. I want us to think of ourselves as our favorite car. Pick your favorite car and imagine it. My favorite is the 1970s Dodge Challenger, so leave a comment below as I would love to know what your favorite car is. Using that analogy, we can now understand what the gasoline is for our bodies that allows us to function daily. But how do we calculate our miles per gallon? In nutrition, we call this our BMR, or basal metabolic rate. And all this is basically just the amount of calories we need to consume daily in order to live. This, however, does not include how much we burn. Using our car analogy again, this is what it costs us to keep the car running 24/7. So how do you calculate your own personal BMR? Well, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is Google BMR calculator and input your age, height, weight, and gender. Now keep in mind that most of these online calculators are going to give you just a rough estimate. To get a more precise measurement, you would have to use a machine called the in-body scanner or a DEXA scan. But for our purposes today, a rough estimate is okay. For this example, let's use my own BMR. It tends to average around 2,000 calories per day. So I know in order to maintain my current condition, I need to consume roughly 2,000 calories per day. But what if I go for a walk, run, or I go to the gym? Now I've just added additional calories to my total that I would need to consume. For example, if I burn 500 calories while running, that means that I would need to consume roughly 2,500 calories per day to maintain my current state of health. In the world of fitness, we often hear words such as caloric restriction, deficit, and so on. All these words really mean is I'm eating less than I'm burning to lose weight. So what if we want to lose a pound of body weight? How many calories would I have to burn in order to achieve this weight loss? Well, let's break it down. 1 pound of weight loss is roughly equivalent to around 3,500 calories. So let's use my BMR that includes a 500 calorie workout. If I were to eat 2,200 calories and burn 2,500 calories daily, I would lose around 1 pound of body weight in roughly 10 days. In 1 month, I would lose around 3 pounds. So now you're thinking, what if I would just eat 1,000 calories less than my daily 2,500 calories? I could lose a pound every 3 days roughly. Well, here's the issue. Now keep in mind, this advice is not solely scientific. It's based on my experience from wrestling and dieting for almost 2 decades. So when you try to lose weight in drastic manners, like I mentioned previously, our bodies tend to do some really weird things. When faced with starvation, our bodies will try to adapt. One mechanism is lowering the cost of living. It will literally slow down every cell in your body to not burn as many calories. This means it slows down your overall metabolism. So in the process of slowing down your metabolism, you will lose weight. However, once you begin eating normally again, your now slowed down metabolism isn't used to the normal consumption of calories. So if yours was 2,500 daily with a workout, now you slowed it down to 2,000, or even less than that, 1,500, depending on how much you're doing, your body will try to adapt once again. So your total cost of living may have been 2,000 per day for your BMR, but it slowed it down to 1,500. So when you start consuming calories, all you do is just put the weight back on, and you put it on relatively quickly as well. Reason being is your now slowed down metabolism isn't used to the normal number of calories you've eaten before. The end result being you gain the weight right back. Not only do you throw your metabolism out of balance, but you also lose muscle mass. You become nutrient deficient, you become lethargic, tired, and susceptible to getting sick. Overall, losing weight drastically in this manner is never a good choice and one that should never be considered. So how can you lose weight safely and effectively? The main thing is to try to be consistent with any methods you try. Some types of weight loss work better for certain people and some don't. However, the concepts that I'm about to explain do work for most people. So number 1, as we mentioned before, calculate your BMR and know how much you burn daily. By knowing how much you burn and how much you eat, you'll be sitting in the driver's seat, so take control of your diet. And I know that tends to be easier said than done, but try to hold yourself accountable to the amount that you're eating, what you're putting into your body, how much you're exercising, and so on. This will really help to give you numbers, to data, to results that you'll see. The next is to increase your protein consumption. Protein-heavy foods are a great way to satiate your hunger and help rebuild damaged muscle cells. It also requires more energy to break down protein when compared to fats or carbs. The third point is to increase your fiber intake. Fiber is a nutrient that humans cannot break down. However, your body will try. And in this process, you'll burn more calories and have better bowel movements. You'll also get important nutrients from insoluble plant fibers that you usually don't get from other food sources. Number 4, track your physical activity. We live in a day and age where most people have some sort of electronic device that does this for us, so why not use it? And the last point is take note of what works for you and what doesn't. Knowing your body will help set you up for the best possible chance of success. So if you do go into a supplement store, what are the 3 that I recommend for you to buy? There are 3 that I always recommend anybody to take. They're a probiotic, a multivitamin, and a vitamin D supplement. I could make whole videos that go on for 20-30 minutes on each one and the reason why. If this is something you would like me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section below. The next supplement is a good protein. Now with this topic of a good protein, try not to get lost in the sea of brands and so on. Try to find something that suits you and your taste. Remember, they're supplements and they're meant to be supplemented and not a replacement for the main nutritional source of actual food products. By having this supplement as a protein product in your artillery, this will help you stay on track with your nutritional needs and help gauge how much protein you're getting daily. I hope this basic introduction to nutrition was helpful and informative in guiding you on your health journey. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe, as it is the best way to support our channels. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day.